Hello and welcome to Soothing Pod's Sleep Stories. I am Chris, and if you are here today to listen to a dreamy story that will soothe you and comfort you, you are in the right place. Tonight, you will go on a magical journey around Cambridge University with the love of your life. You'll explore the beautiful historical grounds, walk hand in hand in the rain, and enjoy a peaceful summer evening with one another. Before we begin, however, let us take a moment to relax and find comfort in the space we are in. Allow yourself to get cozy underneath the blankets. Feel your body lose tension as you sink deeply into the mattress beneath you. This is a place for you to find safety and tranquility. This is your sanctuary. As you close your eyes and breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. Let your mind drift for a moment. Think of an experience or a place where you felt the safest you have ever felt. Was it in someone's home? In someone's arms? In a beautiful location? Wherever it is, as you breathe deeply, picture that place fully. What does it feel like? Do you feel air on your face? Are there calming sounds around you? Perhaps the drone of a television, or the crash of the waves, or maybe even the words of someone beside you. Allow yourself to be in that time and place. See the power your mind has to relax you, to remind you of all the good things in the world. Breathe as you linger in that place for a few more moments, letting your body and mind unwind with ease. Now that we have taken the time to find the right headspace, let us begin. It is the first day of summer at the University of Cambridge, in Cambridge, England. Just outside your open window, you can hear the consistent whir of lawnmowers moving their way through the vibrant green grass. You're curled up in your plush linen sheets, still comfortably nestled somewhere between sleep and the early morning. The comforter is soft against your skin, wrapping you in a perfect layer of warmth. You can smell the fragrant aroma of freshly cut grass in the breeze. That morning wind dances its way through your window, billowing the white curtains ever so gently. For a moment, you lay in bed, just appreciating what the day has in store for you. You get to begin the day in this soft, wonderful bed, greeting the morning sun, and later you'll be spending it by the side of your favorite person. It almost seems too perfect. You stretch ever so slightly, slowly talking yourself into rising. On your side, you gaze out the window, The elm tree just outside shifts and sways in the wind. Some of the leaves cast beautiful shadows on your floor. They rustle against one another musically, almost as if they are urging you to go back to sleep. A European robin flits through the sky, nestling itself in a nest within the branches of the elm tree. It fluffs up its vibrant red feathers as it cozies into the nest more, closing its little black eyes with an unmatched look of contentment. As you watch that little European robin fall asleep, a knock rings out on your door. You smile, because you already know who it is. You can practically feel their presence from a mile away. You open the door, and your partner stares back at you. Though you've been together for months now, your heart skips a beat in your chest. Seeing them will forever be the greatest part of your day. What once started as a heated fling has grown into something much more miraculous. A love unlike any other, one of understanding, communication, and sparks. Your partner flashes you a grin and reveals a box of food. It's practically breakfast in bed, a surprise they love to shower you with. Happy and hungry, the two of you crawl into the tiny twin-sized bed. You pull the plush white blankets around you. Once more as you both dig into a traditional full English breakfast. Sausage, eggs, baked beans, tomato and mushrooms are all arranged on the plate beautifully. It looks like something you'd have when visiting your family on holiday. And in fact, that is how it became a staple in the first place. English breakfast began as a treat for visiting family and friends the morning after one of their long days of travel. The hearty food was meant to welcome people with love and send them off feeling satisfied and full of energy. Today, it serves a similar purpose. Curled up in bed with your partner, you know the warm homemade meal is going to provide you with some much needed energy for the enjoyable day in the sun that's ahead of you. The coffee maker bubbles in the background as the pot finishes brewing. Your partner plants a sweet kiss on your cheek before they rise and pour you a cup. Lovingly, they make your coffee just the way you like it. It somehow tastes so much better when they make it. They return to bed and get under the covers with you, handing you the steaming hot coffee. The aromatic steam rises in your face, refreshing and calming you all at once. You take a deep sip and let out a satisfied sigh. The taste instantly reminds you that this is your tranquil time before the day begins. Your partner admits to you that they have plans for the day. They've decided that today will be a day to spend surprising you with things that you care deeply about. You feel your face flush with colour. You both lay in bed a while longer, soaking in those final few moments of peace and joy that the morning brings. Your fingers intertwine as you listen to the robin chirp outside the window. The leaves rustle more in the breeze, and in their melodic rhythm, and even the sound of the wind rippling across your curtains, is a source of comfort. You both rise from the bed and get ready to head out for the day. You climb in the shower as your partner sits just outside, chatting with you. The warm water washes over your body, relaxing each and every muscle as you stand in the steady stream. Your body feels like putty, free of any aches, pains, or tension. You can practically feel the tension washing off of you and dripping down the drain. This is the best part of the day sometimes. You stand in the water and chat with your partner about everything. Your plans for the day, for the future, your favorite memories from the past few days. It is cathartic, a vulnerable experience where you both de-stress and realign your feelings about the world and each other. You shut the water off and listen to those final droplets drip, 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 drip into the tub basin. You pop your head out, looking for a towel, and your partner is standing there with one in their hands. It's warm to the touch, fresh out of the dryer. The mix of the cool air and the heated towel is magnificent. You pull the towel tightly around yourself, embracing the warmth. Once you're both dressed and ready, you step out on campus. It is truly a perfect day on campus. The sun shines overhead in a bright blue sky. A few silver-lined clouds dot the air above you, floating by aimlessly. The summer breeze is calming and gentle, just enough to ripple the grass, make the trees dance, and whisk away any humidity. The campus always amazes you. The University of Cambridge itself was founded back in 1209, making it one of the world's oldest and earliest founded universities. Many of the beautiful brick buildings date back to the 12 and 1300s. Some were built in the 1700s, some even as recent as the 1970s. And that only adds to the charm. You think for a moment about all the people who have come through this very courtyard. Through thousands of years of history, people have gathered at this establishment. It stood as a religious centre in its early beginnings, and a home to thousands in the years that followed. It was a university when America was being discovered by Europe. It was a university during World War I and World War II. This beautiful place, with its rolling courtyards and stunning architecture, has seen individuals from all walks of life experiencing pivotal moments in history. Famous kings, writers, artists, poets, and world leaders have walked the same cobblestone paths and admired the same buildings that you are. You intertwine your fingers with your partner, feeling so fortunate to be here in this moment with them. They guide you lovingly over the grounds. There's a youthful energy in the air all around you. The smile on your face seems to grow minute by minute, and you feel that energy sinking into your skin. Here, life feels as though it couldn't be more perfect. Here, you feel utterly overjoyed. The world is full of promise and bright with the delight that can be found over the course of a single day. You walk under the lofty elm trees hand in hand. Students glide past you on bikes, with a rhythmic metallic clicking as they sail by. A few students sit in circles on the grass, sharing breakfast and bathing in the sun. Everyone looks relaxed and bright-eyed. All is calm and hopeful. Your partner glances back at you, tugging gently at your hand to keep up the pace. In the distance, you can see where they're leading you. Cambridge University Botanic Garden, a 40-acre garden dating back to 1836, when it was founded by Charles Darwin's mentor, John Stevens Henslow. Beyond the garden's iron walls, 8,000 different species of plants have found a home. The Botanic Garden is truly a wonder, stretching for what seems like miles with dozens of different habitats to accommodate plants from all over the world. You squeeze your partner's hand as you enter through the gates. The beautiful university fades behind you as you enter an entirely new world that is connected with nature. It feels as though you've been transported to the English countryside decades ago. Upon entering, you are met with the sight of a majestic lake. The love of your life glances back at you, backlit by the sunshine that's reflecting off the water. The lake itself is dotted with dozens of lily pads and lotus flowers, creating a stunning mosaic of colour against the clear lake bottom. You sit on a bench by the water's edge, watching as the wind ripples the flat surface. Your partner wraps their arm around you as you breathe in the fresh air and watch nature in motion. Frogs leap around at your feet, sliding into the water with complete freedom and grace. Some simply soak on lily pads, their tiny eyes closed as they soak in the cool water and the warm sun on their skin. Dragonflies flit by in the wind, as dragonflies do. Their bodies shine in iridescent reds, blues and greens that seem as if they're too beautiful for this world. They delicately land on the water, leaving only tiny circular waves in their wake before they move on to the next thing. You cuddle in each other's arms, content to just take in the sights around you. Other couples have the same idea. Some walk hand in hand, others stand on either side of their child, grinning ear to ear. For a moment, you can't help but think about how wonderful the world is, if you look closely enough. We're surrounded by wonder like this every day, and enjoying it with a loved one just makes it so much sweeter. You rise from the bench, having been warmed by the sun, and calmed by the experience of watching the animals work with nature around you. You walk alongside the lake, entering the area of the botanic gardens known as the Rock Gardens. The Rock Garden is nestled up against the edge of the lake, home to carefully organized limestone rocks that line winding dirt paths. It was constructed during the winters between 1954 and 1985, made to specifically curate alpine trees and plants in an open, sunny, well-drained area. The paths run under tall, massive trees. Everything is placed to replicate the mountain flora of the world, from Asia to Australia to North America. The garden is fragrant with thousands and thousands of flowers, because alpine plants are covered in snow so much of the year. It is vital that plants are able to pollinate easily during those few glorious months of summer, resulting in plants that flower much more than those that can be found in more stable environments. You pass under the large trees. Their thick branches bend and tangle with one another, reaching up towards the sky in shapes and curves that only nature can design. In one part of the garden, smooth stepping stones pepper the water, creating an idyllic pathway alongside lily pads and flowers. You walk ahead of your partner, leaping happily from rock to rock. The water babbles underneath your feet, peacefully winding around the rocks and lapping against the soil at the edge. You find yourself giggling, in awe of how delightful a simple experience can make you feel. You gaze back at your partner over your shoulder, not at all surprised to find them doing the same exact thing. In this moment, even as you stand apart, you feel a kind of bond and unity unlike any other. On solid ground once more, you both head out of the rock garden and onto the main lawn. There, a rolling green meadow is surrounded by stunning paths. On one side, the large glass house range stands. It's a marvelous greenhouse, flourishing with thousands of plants that rub up against the glass. In front of the greenhouse, an area known as the bee borders is carefully planted. Bee borders is a large swathe of flowers, like something you would find in a proper English garden in the countryside. It is composed of violets, lilacs, daisies, and dozens of other flowers, a sea of purple and yellow, curated specifically because bees see and react to those colours best. Upon walking through this swathe of flowers, you're immediately met with the wonderful fragrant aroma of the flowers swaying in the breeze. Your partner comes to a spot in the grass. To your surprise, a plush blanket and picnic basket are set out just for you two. Part of the surprise your partner had for you. You both settle down on the blanket, sinking into the soft grass. Your love pulls sweets out of the basket, along with cups of ice-cold tea. You lounge on the blanket in silence for a moment, both taking the time to breathe in this experience. The flowers seem to tower over you now, as you both curl up on the ground. Each of the flowers seems to make a different noise in the wind. Some make a hollow rustling, while others rub against one another like waves lapping on the beach. And all around you, happy little bumblebees buzz from flower to flower. The constant drone of their wings carrying them from flower to flower becomes the soundtrack of this glorious moment. You watch as one buries itself in a lily beside you. Pollen clings to its fuzzy little body, fuel for the colony and for the earth. It beats its little wings and rises into the air, bopping its way from plant to plant, gathering as much pollen as possible. You both lay on the ground, arms wrapped around each other, as you munch on your snacks and watch the bumblebees closely. So often, you're in too much of a rush to truly appreciate them. But now, you have all the time in the world to settle in, take a deep breath, and watch in awe as they go about their lives. You stay there with each other for a long time. Between the buzzing of the bees and the shifting of the flowers, you whisper to one another, talking about how wonderful the day truly is. Soon, the clouds overhead have begun to darken. Black, grey, and ash-coloured clouds layer on top of one another. A monochromatic painting of nature. Your sunbathing comes to an end. You carefully pack up the blanket and the snacks and meander off to the next destination. You smell it from a distance. Though the bee borders were coated in flowers, the scented garden is even more incredible. The scented garden was created entirely to explore the sense of nature. Each and every plant has an aroma, either to attract bees or deter potential predators. And the aroma is incredible. You breathe in deeply as you approach the purple, yellow, red, and pink garden. You both slow your pace, each step fading into the dream world you are now entering. On either side of you, lavender and lilacs line the garden bed. The relaxing smell of them makes you want to close your eyes and breathe as deeply as possible. As you walk in this miraculous trance, you extend your fingers, allowing them to glide against the flowers as you pass. Their softness tickles the ends of your fingers, allowing you to feel even more grounded in this pleasant moment. The lilacs and lavender gradually transition to the earthy aroma of herbs. Thyme, rosemary, and sage encompass the path. You feel as though each breath you take is fresher than the last. Then, you feel it on your skin. The gentle caress of rain beginning to fall. You open your eyes and look up to the sky. What begins as a gentle drizzle gradually grows to something more, a steady summer downpour. It feels otherworldly against your body, both refreshing and invigorating all at once. The raindrops cling to the herbs around you, bringing out the calming scents even more. The air is rich with the sweet smell, more than you would have imagined possible. Your partner grabs your hand, giggling. The rain pours even harder now, soaking your clothes. But you don't care. In fact, it is almost better this way. Together, you make your way through the garden, scurrying under trees for refuge when the rain is falling too hard. The rhythm of the rain dancing over the leaves above your head nearly puts you to sleep. It is one of the most soothing noises on earth, and you feel as though it is gently inviting you to close your eyes. You exit the garden and find yourselves back on campus. Against the dark storm clouds, the campus is somehow more beautiful than before. The sand and redstone buildings pop against the grey sky, creating a magical atmosphere. You walk between the buildings, hold each other's hands as the rain falls even harder. You keep giggling, soaked to the bone, but entirely alive and content. Looking for a place to get dry, you tuck into a local cafe. The smell and warmth of the atmosphere seems to almost dry you off at once. You both settle by the large bay window, eager to eat by candlelight and watch the rain wash over the cobblestones just beyond the glass. The smell of the food is homey and cozy, making you want to curl up with a blanket. Everything here is locally sourced and fresh. You order a hot chocolate and a pastry. You catch your partner gazing at you on the other side of the table, their head carefully balanced in your hand. When you ask why, they respond that they're just amazed by you, in love with you. Their kind words send a warm comfort spiraling through your body. How fortunate you are to have a first love as kind, generous, and thoughtful as they are. The hot chocolate arrives at the table. The steam waves over your face as you gaze out the window, watching the condensation gather as the rain becomes even heavier. Your partner places their hand over yours as you both look out the window in silence, stealing loving glances at one another every now and then. You take a sip of hot chocolate and the richness washes over your tongue. Your partner does the same, and you share a contented sigh. The shared experience brings a smile to your face. You relax there for close to an hour, tracing shapes and hearts in the condensation, listening to the pitter-patter of the rain and the light chatter of the other customers in the cafe. The rain begins to slow. You both pull on your warm jackets and step back out into the drizzle, heading back towards your room. You swing your interlocked hands joyfully as you dance around puddles and streams of rainwater in the cobblestones. The buildings around you are slick with the water, glistening even in the dim light. Before you step into the building, you turn to your partner with sincerity in your eyes and love in your heart, you thank them for a tranquil, unforgettable day. As the rain falls around you, you pull them in for a gentle kiss. You feel the water tracing down your cheeks as you embrace your love, united in a moment that feels as though it is suspended in time. Truly, the day has been one that you will carry with you forever. By their side, everything is better. By their side, on this beautiful historic campus, you are as happy as you could possibly be. I hope you've enjoyed this sleep story, and it has helped you reach a night of peaceful, relaxing sleep. Please, join me again tomorrow night for another sleep story. Until then, sweet dreams.